In March 2020, the tourism industry was stopped in its tracks. No fishing, no tours, no guests, no yoga, no surfing, nothing. We decided to keep our staff on the payroll until we could get guests back to Nosara. We expedited the construction of our new quadplex studio, Casa Bianca. This house is named for the longtime pet, friend, and mascot of Nosara Paradise Rentals. For 10 years, Bianca comforted our guests, protected the houses from pests, and roamed the nature preserve as the queen of the jungle. It may sound silly to name your house after a cat, but Bianca was more beloved than most people you'll ever meet. Our general manager, Javier Hernandez, is running this job site with expertise and determination. It's really impressive to see how our boat crews are able to completely reorient themselves towards construction work. These guys are masters of a specific craft, sport fishing, and it's amazing to see them turn in a strong day's work in the field of construction. It goes to show that a strong work ethic and openness to new challenges will always end in success. You'll notice that we have no excavator, bulldozer, or heavy equipment. This foundation was dug the old-fashioned way, with shovels and sweat. We also don't have a big cement mixer truck, so the stem walls and foundation were poured with wheelbarrows. Many hands make light work. The speed of this progress is astonishing, especially from a crew who are not full-time construction workers. After they finished the second story, the crew turned their attention to the wood shop. All of the houses on the Nosara Paradise Rentals campus are unique, but one thing they have in common is the use of Costa Rican hardwoods throughout. The depth and variety of colors in this lumber are essential to the Pura Vida style of construction. Costa Rican hardwoods are not allowed to be exported, and logging these old-growth trees is a cumbersome legal process. The hardwood we use grows in the mountains above Nosara and is only harvested once the tree naturally dies and falls into the river. Local woodsmiths pull the trees from the river, then plant them for use in construction. This raw timber needs to be sanded and cured for a few weeks before it's ready to be shaped into roof trusses, stairways, and trim pieces. The environment in Costa Rica is so aggressive that if the wood doesn't properly cure before staining, the bugs will burrow inside the wood and chew it up from inside the varnish. Each pass of the sander reveals the beauty of this wood. But to protect it, we add dozens of layers of varnish by hand. We prefer the natural look in the Nosara Paradise Rentals houses, so we use roughly sanded tree trunks to make pillars for the patios and for the overhead roof joints. Preparing wood in this fashion is a man-hour intensive process. But it's clear from these results that the hard work pays off. Getting the roof installed was a huge milestone on the Casa Bianca build, but this hard-working crew are not the type to take time off. Just because the concrete has been poured does not mean the work is done. For starters, all of the door frames need to be chipped away to make room for the lock sets and door handles. There are other important projects going on below the ground. Here you can see the septic tank going in. Nosara Paradise Rentals houses have a signature look. We want a single color of paint on the inside and outside, and the walls have to be really smooth. Achieving a smooth wall requires a lot more finesse than a sloppy layer of stucco. Here's how we finish the rough concrete walls into a smooth surface. First, we mix up wet mortar and slap it on the walls. It's slow going at first, but once you get the basics down, it's possible to move quickly. Check out the speed from master builder Cruz Reyes. A second team presses the wet mortar into the rough wall, then scrapes it flat. A level is used to ensure even thickness of the mortar layer. In order to repeat this process on the exterior, an expansive scaffold has to be built. Like nearly everything else on this project, we built the scaffolding ourselves. It takes courage to work 21 feet off the ground, but these guys have courage to spare. The final step before painting is to lay down an even layer of concrete primer. Of course, the quality of the final paint job depends on the quality of the primer layer. Only 15 weeks into the build, and Casa Bianca is really starting to look like a house. The speed of the progress on this build is astonishing, especially from a crew who are not full-time construction workers. It's clear that our makeshift crew of boat captains, mates, and office staff has found their stride on this project. It's an inspiration to see everyone working together on a common task. Paradise Rentals have kept up a breakneck pace on the build of Casa Bianca. Our signature wood ceiling has been installed, and we are really happy with the result. Local hardwood plus local craftsmen equals an authentic Costa Rican home. The bulk of the concrete smoothing has been complete on the exterior. However, there are still small areas that need to be perfected around the ceiling beams. Captain Alex of the Harvester and Captain Carlos of the Discoverer are using their keen eyes and steady hands to level out the window openings. The next step is to take down the massive scaffolding from the outer walls, but first we need to build the stairs to the upper units. The north stairwell is built directly into the perimeter wall. When it comes to pouring concrete, this crew has made the transition from greenhorns to salty veterans over the last 4 months. Check out the team spirit as Freddie and Jonathan haul the last full load of concrete for this stairwell. Finally, we are super excited to see the finished product of the custom front doors for Casa Bianca. Master craftsman Eledian Lopez is doing an amazing job with this vision, and it's cool to see that his cat helps channel Bianca's spirit into this piece. We've all been through a lot these last 5 months, but it's great to see that the family spirit of the Nosara Paradise Rentals staff is intact. This hardworking group of family and friends make all of us proud to be involved in Nosara Paradise Rentals.
Aquí les dejo esta canción, canta sus notas siempre al son. Don't worry, be happy. La vida tiene su complicación y si te agitas será peor. Don't worry, be happy, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Los tiempos que tocan vivir no son muy buenos, pero tú don't worry, be happy. Será un momento nada más, las nubes grises marcharán.